Hello! When is my business ready to hit the market is one of the main questions startups usually wonder themselves. To reply to that question, we're here today at Tomorrow Mobility with Pablo Garrido from the EIT Urban Mobility. Hello, Pablo.
Hello, Isabel.
We're also with Marco from Volvero, Marco Filippo. Hello.
Hello, Isabel.
And Eduardo Illueca from Libelium. Hello.
Hello.
Welcome.
Thanks.
So, first question goes to Pablo. So, the first thing that a startup is wondering always is how EIT Urban Mobility is supporting startups to grow and hit the market as soon as possible. Can you tell us?
Sure. So, from EIT Urban Mobility, what we actually pursue is to back companies which have an impact-driven mission. So we are not only looking at the financial return that the company can actually generate, but also at the societal and environmental effects that this company will generate to a greater extent. So we look at female-led and gender-diverse companies especially, because we strive for equality, and that is something that we have been fostering ever since the beginning of our investment activities back in July 2020.
And that's how we do it at the EIT Urban Mobility for startups. Let's see now how startups are doing to grow from their side. Let's start by presenting a bit more about the startups we're working on. Eduardo is data analyst at Libelium, and Libelium is a leading company in the design and manufacturing of wireless sensor network devices to deliver reliable IoT, M2M, and smart city solutions. Eduardo, can you tell us this in a plain language so that everyone can understand what are you providing to the citizens, what are the benefits of using your solutions?
Yes, sure. One of the most beautiful things that we provide in Libelium, well, first of all, we started as Hopus, and started that later joined to the Libelium growth. And in this journey, the support of the EIT Urban Mobility was key. And then, thanks to our sensor, we are able to provide decision tool solutions to citizens in order to improve citizens' life, because we help with our solutions to improve the quality of life. A simple example is what we have done in Imagines project, funded by EIT Urban Mobility, in which we use sensor data and models to understand the impact of low emission zones and achieving greater results in the city of Cartagena, in which we can demonstrate that the current measurements have reduced the CO2 emissions in a 20% in the city.
So making cities more livable for citizens. In the end is what we always do at EIT Urban Mobility, thanks to the work that other startups are also doing. Let's go now with Marco, and let's learn more about Volvero. Volvero is an app in sustainable mobility for sharing vehicles that connects owners and people for saving time and money. Sounds very good, but how is this done?
Yeah, great point. So we start off in 2021, targeting mostly the peer-to-peer space. So we realized that most of the vehicles stay there, usually for 96% of the time they are not used. So we came out with this idea, why we cannot use more these same vehicles owned by some private owners. So our point was to create an ecosystem, a platform, or an application as is today, for connecting who has the availability of a vehicle, like private owners, but then also it became a sort of B2C model. So we are also involving vehicles from car dealers and car rentals, and we connect these owners with people that want to rent them directly from the owner. So if you need a car or a motorcycle or whatever it is for a minimum of 1 day or more, rather than using traditional car rental solutions that present a lot of frictions in the model, so you have to go to the counter, queue, wait for the office to be open, or bring back the vehicle until when the office still is open, so limited availability of dropping them during the weekend, for instance, or unclear terms and conditions. we solved all of these problems. So thanks to our app, we really open up the rental market to also those people that don't want to deal with all of these hassles anymore. So we really simplified the user experience of people that want to have access to a vehicle in a very simple way.
So as you can see, solutions for people, real solutions for real people in nowadays challenges moving around the city. Let's talk about now how have been your journeys through EIT Urban Mobility, because you joined our organization at some point and then you were evolving and we were accompanying you. Can you tell us more about how this journey has been so far?
Yes, sure. In our case, as I said before, we started as Hopu, a startup in Murcia, and thanks to EIT Urban Mobility, we were able to carry out really exciting projects and become a greater and later to join a Libelium group. And one of the most important things in my view is that thanks to EIT Urban Mobility, we not only were able to carry out this project, but also to create products with value for citizens, improving urban health, helping citizens to live in more healthy place, and I think this is something beautiful.
Yeah, and something really needed, Eduardo, really needed. Thank you. So Marco, tell us your journey.
Yeah, it has been quite a journey, I would say, because we became part of the EIT Urban Mobility family in our very early days. So it was probably 2019, the very first time we started doing something with EIT Urban Mobility. We were at that point at the idea stage, so we just had a presentation or a mock-up of the app that we wanted to develop. So we really have to say thank you to the EIT Urban Mobility because we have grown together. At the very beginning it was some financial support from the EIT Urban Mobility that gave us the opportunity to invest more into developing the so-called MVP, so a very simple version of what the final software or platform would be. And then from that point we really grew together. So we not only got more investment from the EIT, but also opportunities came by. So we, for instance, did a sort of pilot through the Raptor project, one of the programs that the EIT Urban Mobility is proposing to startups. So thanks to that, we had the first opportunity to roll out our service in the first international context, with, which was Brussels. At that time, it was beginning of 2022. And then we, of course, as I said, grew up together till the point where we are today, a fully fledged company with live operations in Italy, and also with some other international activities that are happening or that will start to happen quite soon. So it was like a process that span over a year, and I'm sure that it will continue for the next 20 years.
Yeah, you see, one can see Marco's smile, and it has been a funny and entertaining journey. Full of challenges, I'm also guessing, but you have enjoyed it so far, it seems, both of you. So the next question would be, why any other startup should join EIT Urban Mobility's programs for startups, Scale Up, Accelerator, and Investments? Pablo, tell us.
Well, so first of all, just one comment, availing of having the very first two entrepreneurs that actually were part of our equity portfolio. I'm happy to see that one PowerPoint actually became a successful company which is growing in different European markets, and above all, that is actually creating impact. And because this is all about EIT Urban Mobility. Second, we also have the traction as an investor, proving that companies like Hopu in the very early days have been acquired by larger competitors, and that means that of course we are actually increasing our footprint, our credibility as an impact investor in Europe, proving that our assets, our equity portfolio companies actually spark the interest of larger competitors in the industry, proving that they have the scalability potential, the market potential, and of course, you know, this impact potential to change the lives of many inhabitants all across Europe. And so far, to date, we have 86 equity portfolio companies, and the number will keep growing because we are looking for, as I said before, impact-driven entrepreneurs who have the ambition to make the world a better place. And how do we do so? As Jezebel said, we have the startup accelerators, we also have the scale-up programs for those companies which are a bit more mature and are looking to grow in specific geographies, and there we can support them with a full spectrum of services for sales introductions, for funding introductions, for soft landing programs, and above all, of course, with a reserve to provide as well follow-on investments for those companies part of our equity portfolio, but also, of course, new investments for those companies that can demonstrate that they have the ambition to become an European leader in their fields. So we have, all throughout the years, 3 main calls open. This is the Startup Investment Open Call. That's where most of the potential startups or entrepreneurs are channeled, they apply, and then of course we will select the most, let's say, the ones that had the largest potential to, of course, become a leader in the field. This is part, of course, of the Startup Investment Open Call, and in addition to that, we also have one starting program, which is called the Investment Readiness Program, which is also a program looking to unlock the investment readiness potential of the participants. And those companies also have the opportunity to secure funding from our side. So, in a nutshell, these are the 4 main funding opportunities and support opportunities that we have in the Impact Ventures team at EIT Urban Mobility.
So if you're a startup, I hope you took notes of every single thing that that Pablo said. And if you didn't, you still have the website, the EITurbanmobility.eu, to see all the programs available for startups. But now I want to go back to both of you. From a startup point of view, why do you think any startup that could be watching us should jump, click in the link of their website and say, hey guys, I'm here and I want to be guided to put my startup in the market?
Yeah, so I will try to recap for the last 4 years in just a few seconds. So as marketing experts usually teach you, there are 3 main points that I would like to raise here. So one is, of course, access to capital. That's something that is very important for early stage startups. We know that Europe, like in Europe, is quite difficult to raise very early stage capital for proving that your business idea has some potential. So this is definitely one of the best options we had back in the days. The second point is, of course, opportunities. Opportunities and networking together. I put them together. Because as said, it's not just the capital that it comes with it, but also the opportunities that arise from being part of the EIT Urban Mobility ecosystem. I already mentioned the Raptor pilot that we secured, but as Pablo was saying, there are other ways to grow within the EIT Urban Mobility family, like finding opportunities overseas as well, because the EIT Urban Mobility is not only helping in the scope of the European Union, but also outside,
Yes.
like I think US, Israel, Turkey maybe. So this is definitely a good opportunity also to expand the business outside of the European Union, and also to maybe find the right people in the specific market that a startup might want to enter. And the last point is, of course, the expertise that you can have in the urban mobility network. This was one of the key points for us. Indeed, if you think about Volvero, we have many challenges: technology, legal challenges, and also insurance challenges. So thanks to the networking and the expertise within the urban mobility, where we were always able to find the right experts and mentors we needed to talk to in order to solve some very specific problems. And the amazing thing is that it was just inside the one institution, so we didn't have to waste time to go all over and find the right person, but with just one touch point we were able to target these different points. So again, let me recap: capital, opportunities, and expertise.
Yeah, thanks for that recap, because otherwise it would be too long. So yeah, that's very nice. Marco, the 3 key points, well noted. Eduardo, what about you?
Yeah, I think that
Marco.
there are a few things to say after this great speech, but I think that also EIT Urban Mobility provides us as a startup the capital, the funding required to become real these first ideas, but also the networking, have the opportunity to work with enterprise companies, cities, and the idea, for instance, one of the things that the last contact that we have made thanks to IT Urban Mobility was with North Macedonia, that is interested in our devices, in our sustainability impact solutions, and know that our products or solutions can have this impact and can go around the world. It's really, really nice.
Okay, so capital, funding, and networking, that's what you can find at the EIT Urban Mobility's Impact Ventures program. So again, if you want to learn more, you go to the website eiturbanmobility.eu, and you have there all the information and also the contact details of my colleagues that will be able to inform you more about the topic. Pablo, Marco, Eduardo, thanks a lot for joining us at Tomorrow Mobility this year, and enjoy the fair.
Thank you, Gisela.
Okay, thank you very much.
Ciao. Ciao.
See you!